A car thief only wanted to steal a vehicle, but Peter knocked him down without mercy. Desperate, the man pulled out a knife to threaten him. Peter pretended to be scared, then in the next second fired his web, pinning the criminal tightly to the wall and even mocking him a bit. When the police arrived, Peter expected praise, but instead, they opened fire and emptied their magazines. Thanks to his spider sense, Peter dodged every bullet and casually swung away. What he didn't realize was that his vigilante actions had already humiliated the entire police department. Even worse, the police chief, George Stacy, was his girlfriend Gwen's father. The first time Peter met the chief, they argued fiercely over Spider-Man and parted on bad terms. Even Gwen couldn't understand why the usually gentle Peter would stand against her father. It wasn't until Peter made a certain choice that she finally understood. Just then, the piercing sound of sirens echoed through the city. Driven by a powerful sense of duty, Peter rushed out. On the Oscorp Bridge, a massive lizard-like monster was wreaking havoc. Peter quickly changed into his Spider-Man suit and kicked the creature, many times his size, straight to the ground. He shot a web to catch a car falling off the bridge, but when he turned back, he saw the monster mutating even further. Peter wanted to chase it, but cries from another dangling car caught his attention. Inside was a terrified little boy. Peter leaped over, ripped open the twisted trunk, and when he saw the child's fear, he took off his mask to calm him. At that moment, gasoline began leaking. Flames swallowed the car as it plunged downward. Peter fired his web just in time, holding the car midair while urging the boy to climb. Just as the child was about to make it, the cable snapped, but somehow, they both survived. From that day on, the city finally knew the hero's name. Back home, Peter began to understand the true meaning behind the mask. With great power comes great responsibility. Helping others mattered more than himself. Uncle Ben had taught him that with his life, but Peter didn't know that the lizard was actually Dr. Kurt Connors, an old friend of his father. It was Peter himself who had once handed Connors his father's unfinished research formula. Connors abused Peter's trust, combining lizard DNA with his own body to regenerate his lost arm. The experiment was dangerously unstable, warping both his mind and body. After learning the truth, Peter went to warn the police chief, but no one would believe a high school student. Left with no choice, Peter secretly entered the city sewers, setting up cameras with tracking devices to gather evidence. Soon, the sensors were triggered, but the lizard suddenly attacked. His immense strength trapped Peter in the webbing, and his extendable claws pierced Peter's skin. Luckily, the camera flash distracted the creature, allowing Peter to break free. They both fell into the sewer water, where Peter's web shooters failed. Using his smaller size, he escaped through a narrow pipe. The lizard later found the dropped camera, clearly labeled with Peter Parker's name. He stormed into Peter's school, bursting out of the bathroom. Peter told Gwen to run and stood his ground, ready for the final showdown.